Wow, Hot Rod had kids. Who knew it? Aside from that, this is the Micromaster Hot Rod Patrol. Jokes aside, I've said this on every Micromaster video, I think everyone. But I'll say it here in case this is the first time you're watching. By 1989, Transformers wasn't quite the dominating force in the toy market, so they had to come up with some new ideas. And at this time, Micro Machines was sort of dominating the market. So, in reaction to that, Micromasters were made. And again, I've said in more videos that after 1987, I start to not know names of characters. So they're all written ahead of time before I did this. So, first one here is Big Daddy. Years before Kevin Nash ever set foot in WWF. It's a 1957 Chevrolet Bel Air hard top. Pretty slick looking, actually. Should have made them bigger. But just to mention, the whole idea of why Micromasters were so small, from what I remember, is that they took their power for granted or whatever, and they had to be taken down a peg, from what I can remember off the hand. But yes, this is Big Daddy, not Big Daddy Cool, but the engine motif is there. So next, stay. Right, next up is Greaser, 1934 chopped Ford Juice Coupe. If I got that right. Really odd looking. You'd think they could have made a hip swivel. Those really awkward looking arms. But again, this is pretty slick looking. If I can get his... yeah, there you go. Yeah, pretty slick. I mean, that's a good one. Like I said, they could have made it a little bit bigger. I can't even get his feet out again. You can see how difficult it is. Even the that bit became loose. You just saw, yeah, these arms. I guess they had a lot to work with. You can see the indent of a fist there. I mean, they had a lot to go with. I mean, it's pretty good engineering for that size. So next up is Hubs, a 1941 Willys Coupe. Or I think I got that name right. Cars aren't my specialty. This is just a bizarre colour, neon green. Again, you've got the engine there, as you got the others too. Yeah, pretty basic. This one, I mean, they all are for their size. You see the whole door is part of the arm as well. And last but not least is Trip Up, a white 1966 Ford Mustang. Checking my notes. And you can see how loose that chest piece is when I try and transform it. That's the only issue there. When you've seen it, oh, yep, there we go. Ignore that. Yeah, and the joints are pretty stiff on this one. Yay. Yeah, I mean that's a better version. So I'm just gonna quickly transform these back so you get a proper look. The legs, most of the joints are pretty stiff on this one. Oh, that's got to be my favourite. I mean, it's the backed up rear end just to make it look pretty cool. So yeah, there's the four of them. Autobots. Like I said, like I joked at the beginning, Hot Rod had kids. This would probably be them. And you may have noticed, like all Micromasters, their colours are inverted. So you've got mostly black there and bits of orange, and this one you've got mostly orange and bits of black. Not criticizing their lazy color schemes, but when you think about it, there is a lot of red, white and blue characters like Starscream, Ultra Magnus, Smokescreen, Optimus Prime, Ironhide. Oh no, well, his eyes count, I guess. But yeah, even Ultra Magnus had different colour schemes in the West. But yeah, the inverted colours. So right there you have Dusty. You got Big Daddy, who's mostly black with bits of orange, and you've got Greaser, who's obviously almost all orange and bits of black. You've got Hubs, who's that awful neon green with bits of white, and you've got Trip Up, who's obviously the opposite with bits of green. And that looks pretty. That looks pretty cool on its own as well. But yeah, this is just a short video. I think I've explained what there was left to explain. 1989 Autobots, set of 4, only available in a 4-pack. I managed to track these down complete. Most of the ones you see online are missing this bit, which is annoying. You see loose arm joints there, but aside from that, I think that is pretty much all I've left to explain. And my views have gone up recently. I'm not going to question that, but if you like this one, like and subscribe and keep it going, and I'll do my best to keep some more videos. And thank you for watching.